Hello and welcome. I'm Rik Glauert and here's what happened this week. Taiwan's presidential candidates are giving voters a clearer idea of what to expect if they win. As John Van Triest reports, it's a change of pace in a campaign season that's so far been pretty light on policy.
Goalie for a day. Presidential hopeful Lai Ching-te saves a goal-bound shot. Before long, he's playing badminton too. There's a reason for this sporty campaign stop. Lai's pledging an 8-pronged policy aimed at getting people exercising.
我将成立体育运动发展部，既重视体育教育，也重视运动产业的发展。清德当总统，我们预算体育的预算超过200亿，好不好？
He's not the only one making new pledges, though. In a campaign season that's been more about personality than policy, candidates are finally giving voters a look at what they stand for. The Taiwan People's Party, led by candidate Ko Wen-je, hopes to break the monopoly of Taiwan's two established parties. And Ko now hopes a focus on industry and economics will be what makes his dreams of a third-party victory come true. He's especially taken aim at what politicians have taken to calling Taiwan's 5 shortages, those of energy, land, labor, water, and skilled workers that he says hold Taiwan's growth back.
5缺是什么问题？我说缺长期计划，政党轮替就解决了。因为他们就是永远大傻逼政策，不会做长期规划。
And the main opposition, Kuomintang, or KMT, rallied around candidate Ho Yo-lee, has taken aim at culture. Ho says the arts can help mend the tense ties between Taiwan and China, separated by deep political differences as well as the Taiwan Strait.
两岸对话其实文化就是一个非常好的沟通桥梁，所以我坚持中华文化，用文化相声共赢台湾，两岸对话，文化兴起。
With just 2 months to Election Day and party loyalties strong, it's not clear how much these policy statements will sway voters. But they do give a clearer picture of what voters can expect from their next president, whoever that may be. Delphine Chen and John Van Triest for TaiwanPlus.
In July, TaiwanPlus reported the plight of Michael Boyden and his wife Katie Ho. Boyden is a long-term resident of Taiwan, but when he developed a disability, the couple realized that Taiwan does not help disabled foreigners. That has now changed, at least for some foreigners. Louise Watt reports.
After years of fighting for recognition, Katie Ho is finally able to apply for a disability certificate for her British husband. Despite being a long-time resident in Taiwan, as a foreigner, he was not previously eligible for disability benefits, which made caring for him much tougher for his wife.
So it took 4 years for me to arrive here. It's just very emotional.
In 2019, Ho's husband, Michael Boyden, was diagnosed with atypical Parkinsonism, whose symptoms are similar to Parkinson's disease. Since then, the business consultant has lost all ability to communicate and is fed through a tube in his stomach. Without state recognition of his disability, Boyden cannot get subsidized medical equipment or home visits from medical staff, something that his wife has been eagerly awaiting.
I really appreciate home visit, not just for evaluation, but just for the condition I am in. I also had some question, am I doing the right thing? Am I taking the good care? How can I do better? I have no idea. They don't teach you in school like how to look after a very sick person.
And across the country, there are tens of thousands of foreigners estimated to be living with disabilities. Until recently in Taiwan, only permanent residents from Japan could be certified as disabled and claim the same benefits as Taiwanese. That's because of a reciprocal agreement between the two countries. But now Taiwan is recognizing disabled residents from 3 more countries: Britain, Canada, and the United States. That's because the government here has verified that disability benefits are available to Taiwanese living in those countries. And health officials say that list could expand.
就是要了解哪一些国家对于我们的国民在当地也有一些优惠。如果我们知道这些国家，我们当然会比较办理。
But for the group that campaigned for state recognition of disabled foreigners, basing acceptance on reciprocity isn't enough.
We don't necessarily believe that's an equal way of fair way of doing things. We believe that even on just basic human rights, a healthcare issue, this should be opened up to all immigrants in Taiwan.
But Chang says opening up disability benefits to 3 countries, including Boyden's, is a good first step. Welfare officials now have to assess his application, but Boyden is likely to be the first foreigner to gain a disability certificate since the change. Too late to undo the sadness and frustration he and his wife have suffered over the past 4 years. But official recognition will open the door to more help and support, and offer hope for other foreigners in Taiwan who are dealing with disability. Klein Wong and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
A modern indigenous Taiwan dance troupe is introducing its performance to very special audiences. Yu Jing Huang has the story.
The choreography of this dance is based on sign language, custom-made for the audience. This work by Emote Dance Theater is made especially for deaf people. Performance art is generally not as accessible to this special group, but this piece, Gamelang So, is one that hopes to provide a richer experience for this underserved group. The troupe held this performance for children at the Taipei School for the Hearing Impaired.
其实他们的语言是很美的，透过这样子的语言，我觉得让台湾的孩子们或者是世界的孩子们可以看到不同的语言，然后这个语言呢，包含了情绪，包含了身体，包含最重要是心理的关照。抛弃。
The Emote Dance Theater's collaboration with the school is a part of a government project. It aims to expose younger audiences to art. Aside from this school, the troupe is also presenting its modern dance with indigenous Taiwan elements to children in southern Taiwan. They are not alone. A total of 42 groups have joined the project, introducing different forms of art to over 200 schools. The Culture Ministry targets rural schools or those focused on serving children with special needs.
那这样的一个案子，我们在下一个年度会持续的推动。那我们也希望，每一个学校都像启聪学这样，会开一个开放的心情，然后接受我们的团队到学校去，跟学生做这样一个艺术的一个接触跟推广。
我相信在这个过程里面，他们会有机会，因为视觉上。快速的转换，在他的思维上会有一些不同的感受，终究会在未来的某一个时间点，我相信今天的表演会对他们产生一些新的影响。
The project has been going for 6 years now, and hundreds of art groups have done their part to help bring about cultural equity. The artists are there to inspire the children, but they are also just as likely to find inspiration in their special audiences. Chris Ma and Yu Jing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
A new picture book looks to educate children on how to express their emotions. Tiffany Wong has more.
Growing up can be hard for kids, especially when it comes to feelings and relationships. Luckily, a new children's book could help them with this part of their young lives. At a preview event, students used stickers from the book to express their emotions in different situations. 10-year-old student Huang Guangcheng says 2 of the 4 stories in the book are based on his own experiences.
我有一个朋友搬家了，然后他在那里交了越来越多朋友，所以我们就比较少见面了。
The project is a collaboration between students, illustrators, and the Taiwan Gender Equity Education Association. The group created the book to be read alongside its other teaching materials on emotional education, an initiative it launched 2 years ago. The association says that modern relationships have changed, and education needs to be updated to teach young people how to safely navigate these experiences. It adds that online dating is becoming more common, even in primary schools.
现在还是写说，2个人要交往之前要先进行团体活动，大家一起互相认识，然后再团体约会，然后再1对1的约会，最后就谈恋爱，然后结婚，非常不符合现在。
A mother of 2 young children says the book's lessons are important for kids and can be applied to all kinds of relationships.
就算他跟父母也会有冲突，兄妹跟兄妹也会有冲突，这些冲突都是慢慢的，你需要去调节他们之间的关系。
The association hopes the book can help children understand how to express their emotions, overcome hardships, and have more fulfilling relationships. It plans to launch a fundraiser to publish the book at the end of the year. Devin Tsai and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Alpacas are hugely popular here in Taiwan, even though this relative of the llama is native to the other side of the world. Sally Jensen takes a look at whether it's simply a case of cuteness.
Rolling around in the dirt, these woolly creatures are drying themselves out in the tropical humidity. Native to the dry South American Andes on the other side of the world, alpacas are becoming a common sight in Taiwan, but purely for amusement.
他们应该要是在高海拔的地方，那他们来台湾的话，夏天其实会太热，那我们就会帮它剃毛。然后有一些比较温驯的个体，它的毛会剃得非常的漂亮。
It's unknown exactly how many alpacas there are in Taiwan now, but they can be spotted across the country at cafes and petting zoos. These resilient creatures are adapted to life at high altitudes, but they're also happy grazing in Taiwan's tropical climate. Perhaps surprisingly, they've taken Taiwan by storm, and not just because they're cute. In Mandarin, these camelids are colloquially known as Tao Ni Ma, or grass mud horse, which sounds phonetically similar to an obscenity we can't say on public television. It's a term that's been censored in China after it was used in a subversive song criticizing the Communist Party. It was also popularized by the dissident artist and activist Ai Weiwei.
Everybody knows that an alpaca meme actually refers to the protesting attitude toward the state's censorship nowadays.
In Taiwan, the alpaca's popularity is in part due to this cheeky double meaning that got it banned by its authoritarian neighbor.
之前好像有影片，就是在中国啊，或者是在台湾有一些影片，就是把它，因为他们会在地上滚，他们就叫它草泥马。然后其实这个词在台湾算是一个脏话，然后大家就他叫这个名字，好有趣哦，然后就想来看他们。
It was this satirical humor that raised eyebrows when an alpaca appeared alongside prominent Taiwanese politicians. But linguistically speaking, China and Taiwan curse differently, and Taiwan's more liberal society means the grass mud horse meme may not have the same subversive impact on this side of the strait.
Taiwanese people do not experience the same kind of a strict censorship as the Chinese netizens experienced. So I guess the political meaning of an alpaca is not really relevant to Taiwanese people's everyday life.
No, Nami. Nami.
For Taiwan's alpaca enthusiasts, the main reason for coming to see them is nature education and fun.
我们就是全家一起来玩。
因为它们长得很可爱，很像棉花。
如果来这边的话，它就是可以，就是很轻松可以接触到这些动物。对，所以让他们小时候可以就是跟大自然做接触。
The grass mud horse meme is already much older than many of these visitors and the alpacas. But with their popularity in Taiwan showing no signs of diminishing, the dirty words cheeky playfulness may be here to stay. John Su and Sally Jensen in Hsinchu County for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, relax and chill with these capybaras at a farm in the northeastern county of Ilan. I'm Rik Glauert. Take care and we will see you next week.